Hello and welcome back to X4 Foundations. And we are starting, well, exactly where we left off in our last episode.
Please remember to return your depleted energy cells
On
to the
this
recycling
medical
compound.
facility in Brennan's Triumph. We want to, or need to, or should, perhaps, probably, most likely talk to the customs officer. Remember, we rescued these miners and then the transport ship, and I wonder what trouble they got us into.
Yes? How can I help you?
Well, the captain of the Atreides sent me. Atreides, that sounds very Dune Awakening, doesn't it?
Yes. I've been expecting another delivery. One shipment of Terran tech unloaded and ready for sampling. Few of these crates are damaged. That's a bit troubling. You wouldn't know anything about that, now would you?
Well, it's simply the risk we take, or they got scattered during a Yaki attack. Let's go with that one.
A Yaki attack? Yes, of course, that's something we take very seriously. I will inform the local authorities right away. Please, deliver my thanks to Captain Atreides for his bravery.
I could help you deal with those pirates.
Don't worry about it. Here, take this as well, and you'll have to excuse me, but I'm quite busy.
Okay, so we got an advanced engine fuel injector, and
I am afraid I was not quite able to follow. We may have to investigate further. The denizens of the local recreation establishment will surely be able to elaborate. Trust me, assistant, for I have done my research on proper detective work.
got a diploma. So yeah, she basically just palmed us off. And now we head to the bar, don't we? No. Yeah, tempting tunes. Sounds very much like a pub. And it is. Hello. Ratek Monkton?
Stars light upon you.
What do you happen to do here?
My people are spread far, and I consider it my holy duty to travel the gate network and give spiritual guidance to those in need.
A missionary, in other words. So how is it working out?
One day, these pioneers will perceive that their work is guided by the sacred geometry of the cosmos that shaped us all. However, I have realized, with great regret, that not even my Paranid brethren among the scientific elite can spare the time for my counsel. Truly a tragic display of hubris. I had no choice but to withdraw to this humble place so that I may meditate and resume my service among the lowest of the low.
They'd be excited to hear how you categorize them. What do you think these people need?
These people desperately need someone to teach them serenity and contentment. This area of the gate network houses so many disparate peoples, so much potential for strife. And even on this station, there is scarcely a moment of peace. Not so long ago, I observed a pilot with a terribly asymmetrical face storm through these serene halls, assailing innocent bystanders. It would truly be a shame if this budding community were to wither in senseless conflict.
Well, there is that. Okay, thank you.
Good day to you.
And to you too. A marine, or what's that weapon over your head?
Hello there.
Hey, Cassie.
Oh, I'm just working for the captain over there. It's a well-paying job, all things considered. Especially with all the pirate attacks recently.
Well, yeah, good thing I arrived in time, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
about that. You do realize that we're professionals, right? That we've probably dealt with pirates in the past? That situation could have gone a lot worse, but it also could have gone a whole lot better if we'd made even the slightest effort to de-escalate. Look, I'm glad you came to help us out, but next time, try to read the situation first. Should probably tell that to the captain, too.
Yes, please try. The captain with a trash can. So, Atreides,
Hello there, pilot.
how did you end up here? Well, I suppose you docked.
End up here? I was with the pioneers from the very start. Well, almost. Mining rights were difficult to come by back in those days. And if you're just some odd jobber on the edges of Sol, the well-oiled machine of the Terran protectorate economy treats you like space dust. No offence, by the way. Don't know if you're affiliated, but you did meet up with us coming from that direction.
No words. So,
She did what? Yes, of course. The bravery. And when those xenons started pouring in, and we just blasted them out of the sky. That was
Right.
glorious, wasn't it? Couldn't have done it without you, friend.
right. Johnny, try again. Reuben thinks you messed up. Well, yeah, let's give the one right after.
And she told you that. You two must be getting rather close already. Look, I'm not saying she's wrong. I know I jumped the gun. Might have endangered the entire operation. I'm sorry I misjudged you. I simply saw a ship I didn't know arriving at that crucial moment, and tried my best to keep up appearances. But I know that doesn't change anything. I should maybe just stay away from Shani for a while. A very long while.
She thinks that you're brave. It's Reuben that thinks you messed up. Oh, well, this is just throwing it straight into his face, right?
No, I'm innocent, I swear. That customs officer has been in cahoots with those pirates this entire time. I wouldn't be surprised if she was a Yaki herself.
You disgust me, Atreides. We made a promise.
I'm only telling the truth, Reuven. I keep telling you that we can't stand up to the Protectorate. Please don't tell your superiors. Apprehend that customs officer, and this entire mess will be cleaned up, I promise. Damn it. Reuven, wait.
Praise miscommunication, as our new parent and friend might say. Onward! I have marked the customs office for you.
Our preparations are going as planned, but you need to keep working on destabilizing the Argon Federation as well.
I am. Which reminds me, let's have a quick look at our factory construction. Okay, we did deliver everything, right? Oh, still on the way, but yes, fine, good.
Hello.
Howdy. No, that's Ray Williams. And
Oh no! The
Johnny's gone.
tadpole has jumped the pond. Hurry up, assistant. Our investigation demands the utmost haste. That asteroid does look peculiarly inhabited. Or abandoned.
Which one?
It might just be the poor quality of your camera's resolution, but I do advise caution. And there is the customs officer again. Do not spook her. We still have to find the clue.
So I should keep my distance a little bit this time around.
Rapier.
You, stop right there.
Judging by previous reactions to your rather forceful negotiation tactics, a certain amount of pressure will likely cause her to yield.
Okay.
What do you want? Are you threatening me? I have no further business with you.
Well, I killed your Yaki friend. Surrender. Obelisk's death was an accident.
Thank you for letting me know. Maybe it's for the best. Towards the end, he was a danger to himself and everyone around him.
And you were seen together.
We might have been. Once. It's true, by the way. He came to me quite recently. Went on and on about this new piece of cyberware he built out of Terran high-tech. He was so proud. And of course, he wanted me to have it. Thought that it would make me reconsider my decision and maybe go back with him. He was already so far gone. I couldn't bring myself to say no, and so I took it. Kept it with me even though I knew I'd never return there.
So I could go on your behalf.
Here, I'll make you an offer. You seem more sensible than I expected, and I have a feeling that you wouldn't stop searching just because I told you to get lost. You go ahead and take this. See where it leads you. All I ask of you is to keep an open mind and don't judge a book by its cover. There are going to be a few ugly ones where you're headed. Good luck.
Thank you.
An item! How curious!
An implant. Didn't we loot something like this already?
This appears to be a rather advanced
And
piece of
some-
cybernetics. Its creator seems to have poured his very soul into the intricate metalwork. And if my eyes do not mislead me, yes, it appears to be linked to the scary and sinister asteroid in your vicinity. Assistant, I command you to investigate.
Empty space.
Looks like one of these xenon stations. And it's got an entrance.
I can feel this place watching me. I suggest we conclude our investigation in the most efficacious and hasty manner possible.
Yes. And there are some mines. Now look at you.
Mine.
Oh, that's close. But their range seems to be limited. But they've got friends. Whoops.
Asteroid base.
Hey. They don't mind anymore. Which way are we headed?
I do not like the look of that.
Right. Laser turret?
Laser tower Mark 1.
That we can't get to. But no, we can. So there is a door. Does it open or does it need us to click some switches? Well, let's find out. It does open. And don't you look at that. Is there anything sinister in here?
An abandoned Yaki ship. So this is what that awfully suspicious customs officer was hiding.
Litigus rodent. Beautiful choice of name.
Ma'am?
Howdy.
Experimental shuttle.
And we want this.
Now, I am sure that you would like to familiarize yourself with the controls of this intriguing vessel, but all in due time. May I propose that we first increase the abandonment of this horrible place by several levels of desolation?
Okay.
Cover available. Yaki.
Alright, so this one has got some hiding abilities as well, similar to the geometric owl initially. Use the highlighted button in the ship interactions menu to enable and disable cover, but be aware that this will temporarily change your faction relations. Yeah, same as we had. Go. Enable cover.
Cover activated. Yaki.
And deactivate. Okay. Alright, let's get out of here. There was a tunnel somewhere, wasn't there? That does not open. Oh, there. That's where it's steaming out. And presumably the shuttle cannot follow us through here. So I will have to pick it up subsequently. Yikes. Don't scratch the paint. Much. Seriously? Why don't we fit through here?
Such ingenuity! Assistant, you have outdone yourself.
Well. Don't praise me just yet. This looks rather nasty here. But teeth. And can we please move forward ever so slightly? Yay!
Now that we have completed that most uncomfortable episode, there appear to be multiple options at your disposal, Assistant. From what I could gather, your other employer would undoubtedly appreciate your swift return. However, those overzealous Terrans will likely quarantine this marvelous piece of technology in their enthusiasm. Should you decide to meet them, it would be prudent to not waste resources on ship equipment beforehand. Alternatively, and if I may say so, preferably, you are always welcome to join me at your own headquarters. I do admit that I may not be the most ostentatious or generous of hosts, but I promise not to damage your newly acquired vessel during the examination. The quest for knowledge is the noblest of pursuits.
Okay. Okay. That's automatic.
Oh, how fascinating. This ship appears to be equipped with rather sophisticated spoofing technology that exceeds my wildest imaginations. I am devastated. But despite my numerous qualifications at the highest level in many subjects, I am unable to reverse engineer this peculiar apparatus. You will have to discover its functions in the field. I did, however, manage to decrypt the ship's navigational data. You should be able to find its point of origin now.
Okay, find the Yaki home sector. What do we have by wayfinding?
Hello there.
Right, Savage
Customers are
Sperm.
reminded that
And here we are. We made our way to Matrix 79B with our 21 destroyer fleet and the defense station that we put in front of the gate. But I have not seen anything come through in quite some time, and by that not just miss it come through, but rather there were no wrecks here, so seemingly nothing came through. have a closer look at it. I used mostly the bridge defense platforms, simply because they are harder to hit. And all the weapons are easier to align, which is why they are basically perpendicular to the gate, so that both sides have a good chance of firing. And I placed the station slightly above the gate, so that when ships pop out, they can actually be targeted right from above and right away, which is why these are angled by 30%. The container storage is there pretty much solely for the holding the supplies to replenish drones. Now, as we know, we've got some faction cover technology here. However, I think if I enable this right away, everything will unleash on me that I have built here. So let's go through the gate first.
Cover activated. Yaki. Entering system. Savage.
It worked! Great magenta flight spirit of cybernetic science, it worked! Haha! I can barely contain my excitement.
Stranger! Explain yourself! Who are you, and how did you get here? Why?
Well,
What a mess!
Yes.
Meet me at these coordinates immediately. I'm providing you with an escort.
Alright, so we are now in Savage Spur. And yes, the Terrans seemingly cleaned up very well in this sector. I'm impressed. Nonetheless, there is the wharf, there is another shipyard, and another shipyard there. Okay, let's go. Well, actually, before we spin up again.
What is this? A Xenon station? I think we might have already passed one of these earlier. I must say, I am rightly flabbergasted by its intricate entanglement. And such an aggressive color scheme.
Yeah.
Oh, no sightseeing.
Conflict of interest. I destroyed one of these in the Matrix sector. Let's get back on track. It is difficult to turn the ship at these speeds, but we'll manage. How curious. I always remembered this station as being an equipment dock, but this is just, well, a station. Okay.
Docking granted.
Oh, not an equipment dock, a wharf actually. But maybe we'll come to this.
Cover deactivated.
Oh, glad you're reasonable, stranger. I'm adding you to the admission list for my office.
Thank you.
That does sound eerily familiar. I think I will terminate my communications for now and observe quietly.
Good idea, Bozo. Contingency suite. Fishies.
Finally, come in.
Already
Well,
here.
where do I start? Where would you start if you were in my place? You suddenly barge into our system in a ship that obviously doesn't belong to you. You're a damn security risk!
Yes, now I agree. Then why am I still alive?
Because you're not the first to arrive here. Ever since the realignment of the gates, we're picking up scrappers, adventurers, scientists. Maniacs! All of you! But we can't let anyone die out here. There are already far too few of us.
Very emotional speech. Are you trying to recruit me?
I'm not asking you to join the Yaki. We all have our allegiances. But I am asking you to have a closer look. Make your rounds, see how we live. Might just change your perspective.
Hey, what is this place? And Obelisk was killed, so what is this place?
Oh, have I not made my formal speech yet?
Well, you kinda did.
Welcome to the home of the Yaki.
Oh, not that one.
Freedom-loving, freebooting, and who am I kidding? What you see here is the last remnant of the Yaki. At least the last that we know of. When those gates shut down, 2 generations ago, my people got stranded here, together with the Xenon. Most died in that first week. A few found hiding spots inside an abandoned outpost. And then, some stars and augmentation artists found the solution.
And how did you survive?
These things on my face, they're not just for show, you know? I don't exactly know how they function, but they keep the Xenon away, most of the time. But that's not all. This orc art also lets a few of the most gifted Yaki do things to the Xenon, brought them here and there. It doesn't always work, and you've seen what happens when you indulge too much, but it kept us alive. And so here we are, pirates to some, abominations to others, and with the Xenons strapped to our back like a damn tumor. Doesn't matter if we stay or leave. Either way, we're fair game.
Right, you know, Obelisk, that pokey building that was killed in a fight.
Good, then he's no longer a threat. Don't get me wrong, it's kind of sad that he's gone. He was a good Yaki once. But the way he plastered himself with those cybernetics, with no regard for his or our safety? There's really only one way this could have ended.
Okay, so are you letting me leave?
Damn right I am. Thanks to that fool Obelisk, the war's already underway. With you on the loose, there'll at least be one more pilot with a brain. And a conscience, I hope. Another thing, I called you a stranger earlier, and that was a lie. There's someone I'd like you to meet.
Hey.
Quelle surprise.
Well, this is kind of awkward. Don't know if you were expecting to see me. Maybe you were. Maybe that's why you came in the first place. Doesn't matter. What counts is that you're here right now.
And why did you disappear?
That's not an easy question to answer. I guess I was kind of overwhelmed back there. If you remember, We thought we were hot on a trail, and then everything went nova. Organic pulled me out when that maniac obelisk disabled my ship. Been here since then, flying with the Yaki. Testing out my powers. Meet me outside. We'll talk some more when we're back in our pilot seats.
Well. So we found our old comrade in arms, wingman, whichever it is.
Rhea.
Let's get into the ship. What actually do we have by way of weapons here? No, that was not the right button. We have bolt repeaters, so not really great weaponry.
Alright, time for straight talk. First of all, it's damn good to have you back. I've been waiting for an opportunity, and here it is. Secondly, this place stinks. We're about to take a real close look at the heap at its center. And thirdly, it's really good to have you back. Just wanted to make that clear.
Thank you.
Anyway, we should get going. If you have something on your mind, just call me, yeah?
Amplifier station.
Befriending the Yaki is a good idea already alone for this ship. The Morea is such a nice ship.
Okay, we're here. Time to clue you in about the real deal. That over there, my friend, is an amplifier station. The only one under Yaki control. You've seen what heavily augmented Yaki can do with their cybernetics, eh? This thing, if turned on, further increases the strength and range of those Xenon attacks. Organic says they need it for their own safety. And as a dead man switch when the Protectorate inevitably finds and attacks this place. But she doesn't understand. No, none of them understand. All they're doing is hiding and delaying until they suffocate, or someone like Obelisk snaps and turns this side of the gate network into a slaughterhouse. In the end, despite all their precautions and with all the technology in the universe, these people have nowhere to go except out and through. This system, this entire situation is a giant ticking time bomb. There's only one way to stop it once and for all. We have to destroy that amplifier. It's brutal, but Mission Command has trained us to make hard choices. These people have shown me kindness, but I'd trade them all in for the safety of Saul. I've gathered a handful of fighters who want to stop this downward spiral at once, regardless of their own fate. It's gonna take serious preparation to make this work, but you've always kept a cool head when I couldn't. Awaiting your command, wing leader.
Alright, so is there any other choice for this?
Hello there, pilot.
Yeah.
Since you and your friend have already inspected the merchandise, I guess there's nothing else for it. It's time to put all our cards on the table. When you've got a moment, have a look at the briefing I just sent you. And before you flip your hatch, I'm not asking you to betray Earth. Well, I guess I am, but, you know, desperate times and all that. Think about where you want your loyalties to lie. Mull it over, consider all possible consequences. You're not the first to attempt this mission, but you might just have a shot at success.
Okay, so this is one. So the current mission now contains multiple parallel submissions. You can track the status of each in the missions manager tab. Okay, pilot, I'm going to be blunt. The Yaki are at the brink of war, both internally and externally. When things inevitably soon turn sour, we need a backup plan to keep the Terran Protectorate at arm's length. You're let in on this operation because Shinneman vouches for you, because you have access to Terran space, and because we are simply out of options. I need you to continue Obelisk's assignment to lay a trail all the way to Earth. With that, the xenon from this area of the gate network will swarm Sol in the event that we are forced to activate the amplifier. We'll be rid of the machines for a while, and the Terrans will have their hands too full to continue attacking us. Think about it. Two of the greatest threats to the Yaki and the entire gate network tied up at the same time. And
I was asked to drop my cargo. Awaiting orders.
Escape. Hang on a second.
Is she insane? She can't possibly think that we would ever ally ourselves with her against the Protectorate. Actually, now that I think about it, God, these pieces of human trash are already contemplating genocide to save themselves. There's no reason we shouldn't do the same. Yeah, you know what? Let's tell Mission Command about this whole mess. Get the Terran Navy to warm up the big guns.
Whoa! Hold up a minute there, partner. There's more to this than meets the eye.
What the? Who's this joker?
Allow me to introduce myself. Dal Busta, political analyst, private tutor, and bon vivant extraordinaire. Look, if you want these two factions at each other's throats right this instant, who am I to judge? Nobody likes pirates. And helping the Terrans wipe out the Yaki would certainly put an end to their shenanigans. All it would take is for someone to inform your precious Mission Command about this dire threat. But what if you tell them the exact opposite? No Yaki threat, no Terran military response, no fuel for the Yaki hardliners. It all unravels and the Yaki are back to square one. Who knows? They might even end up needing some outside help with their xenon problems. I'll leave you two alone with your thoughts.
I honestly don't know what to think. It's your choice, I guess.
Dal is such a smart cookie, isn't he? Okay, so smoking gun is when we talk to Delilah, and she will just take them down, I suppose. Saying, okay, and so they leave us no choice. Afterwards, well, I'm hoping that once we put all the pull the rug out from under their feet, Organic will finally come to her senses. Maybe that's the path. So this one would be destroying this thing. This one would basically pitch the xenon against the Terrans. And this, I suppose, is what we just learned from Dal. So let's do this, I believe. Because that way they might come to terms with the Terran and not be wiped out. It's an easy way out, whereas this one will be a fight. Alright. Let us
Good
head to
news!
Delilah.
Construction of your station in Argon space is just completed. Now, you just have to sell your wares cheaper than the competition.
Alright. Where's my shuttle? You're in Mars. You're already where I want you to be. Okay, good.
Entering system. Sol.
Sorry, friend. I'm afraid I'll have to lay low. With these cybernetics and this ship, any Terran we come across would shoot me on sight.
Let's check out what Delilah has to say.
So, what's the status of the investigation?
I've reached a conclusion.
Excellent. Then tell me, are these Yaki an organized threat to the Protectorate? Do they have a base of operations that we can target?
So, here we can either say yes, they are organized and Terran will probably invade, or we can say no, they are not organized and the Terran will leave them alone.
I see. That conclusion does match our observations. These pirates behave far too erratically. In that case, I will attempt to sway intervention to tone down their war preparations and instead get an anti-pirate task force underway. Again, excellent work, Operative. You've done Saul a great service. My only regret is that we haven't found out what happened to Cadet Shinneman.
Well, here's hoping you made the right choice, eh? Oh, that amplifier station certainly won't be easy to take down without Protectorate support.
Okay, so we are now at over 20 terms with the Protectorate. And I need to get that litigious rodent to dock here. First I need to tell you to not do anything at all, then to dock here. Dock and wait. Okay. Do we have any follow-up missions? Yes, we do. I wonder what comes of it. Curious that these still are active. No, not what I wanted to do. I wanted to go and teleport here.
Entering system. Savage Spur.
How did it go? I'll make my way over to you.
Another thing, Operative. Intervention let me know that the ship that's been anchoring in front of our headquarters is not actually an attempt at intimidation, but simply a decommissioned heap of scrap. It may require a few finishing touches to become fully functional again, but I'm sure you can make use of it. I'll transmit the ship's location to you. Consider it a reward for your efforts.
And there we have got another toy to play with. The Delilah Swan Song is located, well, it should be located somewhere here. I presume I have to go there in order to see it. We'll do this momentarily. First, let me see whether I can have another word with Organic. Contingency sweet she was. No, it doesn't talk to us. How curious. And of course with 0 rep, we won't really get much out of this guy either.
Greetings.
Lady, for that matter. They won't have licenses, of course. But they will have blueprints. Not for modules, but for ships. You've got the Kurakami and the Morea, which needs 10 and needs 10. Any equipment? Argon Iron Blaster, okay. Also needs 10. Turrets, nothing new. Shields, there is a shield. Oh, they are selling the Teladius Mark III. Also for 10. And there shouldn't really be anything else there. Nope. Hang on. Cluster mine. Okay, cluster mines from here. And all we need is
Goodbye.
level 10 of relations with them. That's going to be interesting. Okay.
Morea.
We know we are not there. Well, but might as well do this in the meantime. So that we can get...
Entering system. Sol.
this story finished.
Sorry, friend. I'm afraid I'll have to lay low. With these cybernetics and this ship, any Terran we come across would shoot me on sight.
We wouldn't want that. So, and here we have ourselves a new capital vessel, the Sin. Let's go and get it.
Ma'am.
Howdy.
Experimental shuttle.
Yay, we've got a new ship.
Sin. Docking granted.
While we're here, let's just walk straight through it to get an impression of what it looks like on the inside. This is our command bridge. And we've got nothing there. Click screen. And nothing here, but... Is there no but? There is a but over here. With the navigation, the gunnery, and the fleet console. Fleet console? Okay, interesting. Mind disposal. Okay, so that's the Sin from the inside. Yeah, that's as much of a bridge as there is. And on the outside, we have got you. This ship is not famous for its speed. It's got 3 very powerful main batteries and a bunch of turrets.
Permission to dock. Docking permission granted.
So it makes a very good weapon to take out stations, not so much fighters. If we look at ship information, what do we see? So 3 batteries, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 large turrets. That really makes it very formidable, but only 2 small turret groups. Might have to have a look how many turrets there are in each group. M4, so it's 2 by 2, which means against fighters it's not very well protected. It does 70 max speed, so goes in line with the other races mainly. And we upgrade the engine. Shields as well, which if we we actually need a pilot for it. We need a pilot for it, so let us go back to our headquarters again briefly.
Entering
And
system. Heretics End.
find ourselves a pilot. How are you doing?
Ma'am.
You're not the best pilot, are you? And you? You're a better
Can I
pilot.
help?
Yes. How about a new ship? A really big one. Delilah Swansong.
Confirmed.
Wonderful. And now, if we take Delilah to our shipyard, let's see what we can make of it. Upgrade and repair. So we've got an all-round Terran engine in there, and I would like the Paranet travel engine. So we've got 7T, 337, and 1971.
The restaurant is now open for anyone wishing to dine before departing the station.
Okay, so the Paranet travel does add significantly to travel speed, does nothing to the speed, and reduces the boost. What about the Parent all-round? Okay, we might as well take this one, because it still increases this capacity, but not by much, but increases speed as well. 78. Yeah, I think so. Okay, let's take the Paranet all-round. Then we'll take the Mark III so that it becomes somewhat maneuverable. From here, 767691 to 868610.3, okay. And on the shield side, it currently has got Mark II with 145.7 and 166, 87, and 208. Wonderful. Yeah, that is as good as it gets.
Warning. Explosive materials
The main
can
batteries
be
we've got
hazardous.
there.
Please contact the
Turrets.
dockmaster if you have any on board.
So it currently features the bolt cannons, which against installations and large vessels, they are fine. That's what I deploy as L turrets on my bases. If we do in-sector battle and navigate this thing ourselves, then plasma would be better, but bolt is fine. It is more effective against small
Awaiting
fighters
orders.
as well, where we need it. And that's everywhere the same. Yes, it is. But we want all of these fields to be Mark III. Five we did, 6 we did not. Okay, and here as well. On the M side, what do we have? We've got also bold, yeah. Okay. This one is almost maxed out. Here, just in case, never know what we might do with it or not. Come on.
Attention all departing
And
pilots. Pirates have been seen in the sector.
people will need to find somewhere else. Color scheme I won't change right now. This all set, yeah, that's fine. Alright. Go. And configure. That gives you something to do. And we now go back to our litigious rodent. Let's destroy this station.
Amplifier station.
My, with a large ship, this goes so fast. With a small ship, not so much.
Round 1.
Wow. And we can't hit those either. Okay.
Amplifier station.
Yaki don't like this movement. Here they come.
This is when it becomes a bit more tricky. Because the Yaki won't stop coming until we destroyed the station. Yet, with the Yaki coming, we can't really peacefully or undisturbedly destroy the station.
You're done for.
Hopefully not.
Corral Kami.
You're asking.
Whoa. Not quite what I expected. Well, I should have really.
Our preparations are going as planned, but you need to keep working on destabilizing the Argon Federation as well.
Yeah, working on it.
You don't stand a chance.
Let's get back onto the station. Oops. Plonk. I suppose the idea is to get them to shoot this station.
Amplifier station.
Get you for that.
80%. Let's get out of dodge for a moment.
Rookie.
But they certainly are helping us. Oh. Overheated. Uh-oh.
You're done for.
Hopefully not. Nope, not there.
You really didn't want to do that.
Come on, shields. Stop shooting at me, it hurts. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Rookie,
Yeah, clearly. Okay, station is at 53%. Getting there slowly. Whoopsie, what was that?
You really didn't want to do that. I'll erase you, big.
Bump.
Go away.
Come on.
You really didn't want to do that.
The Yakis aren't quite as helpful anymore.
You're done for.
Stop! Stop your lackeys! Organic, this is one gigantic misunderstanding!
Explain yourself. Now.
Listen, you've got to understand that this entire project was bound to fail. All it did was keep you holed up in your system, with no bright spot to light up your miserable existence. You put a gun to the Gate Network's head and expected no pushback?
You have no idea what you're talking about. Do you think that taking away the best protection we had against the Terran scourge would somehow give us hope? How delusional can you be? You know your people best. No threat short of a total annihilation would keep them from scouring the entire Gate network to subjugate or eradicate everyone who dares to oppose them.
Well, actually, not quite.
You understand me? They have no idea you're here. In fact, they now believe that your Yaki are an unorganized bunch without a base. For the time being, nobody's gonna bother you here.
Forgive me, but that is a lot to take in. I think we should have a talk in private. I'll try to calm the hardliners down until we've sorted this out.
Okay, well, Yaki reputation 20. That's nice.
Go away.
Okay, let's go.
A little Gaulish told me that the gaze of the Terran Protectorate might have been turned away from us for the time being. Come in.
That sounds suspicious. Come in. I mean you no harm.
I must say, working with you has been a real roller coaster. But it seems that, despite the confusion you keep causing, you've managed to maneuver us into a position everyone can be reasonably content with. We're really running out of rewards here. What would someone like you appreciate? We don't have much in terms of resources we could share. Everything our freebooters have brought in so far went straight into repairs and research. If only we didn't have to worry about the xenon whenever we make a move, we could actually expand our operations.
Now you're talking my language.
Who invited this clown?
Allow me to introduce myself.
I did.
Dalbusta, political analyst, private tutor, and bon vivant extraordinaire.
Yeah, let's leave those two alone for a while. To me, it seems like we've done enough good deeds for one lifetime, huh? And since you seem to have things under control, I guess I'll subject myself to your command now. Wing leader.
Ma'am.
Hello.
Rhea.
And we want weapon number 1. Some of them are turning annoyingly fast. And we missed that one. Start with you. Exceptional weapon. Nice tuning. And high energy catalyst. Alright. Move to you. What I've got here. Violacious. That is presumably a paint mod. Exceptional shield, nice tuning software. And we've got one here. Exceptional fuel, that's an engine mod. So let's get closer to those that are still outstanding. Wait. Advanced seminar and oh wow. So management 3 and 4 star. Not the most necessary ones because managers do tend to level up reasonably well. What do we have here? Exceptional nanoweave, so it's a chassis. Okay. You I should be able to lock. And more seminar, this time for piloting, 3 and 4 star, nice. And we've got 2 to go, oops. Got tuning, catalyst, and what else? Exceptional weapon chamber, nice. That means I should be able to complete the upgrade of the Earl King. We got at least 2 of those. Spacefly Sedative and Mitonin Crystal. Okay.
Morea. Docking granted.
Hey there, partner. I just had a tremendously refreshing conversation with a representative of the Yaki, and I might have dug up another opportunity for you. It's really just a side project. Something small to give you an objective when you find yourself bored. If everything goes well, we could enable the Yaki to trade with their neighbors and create a new market for your goods in this part of the Gate network. All it would take is the elimination of the entire Xenon presence in their system. Now don't look at me like that. It's just a proposal, okay? And before you ask, there won't be a reward. At least not cash on the spot. I just thought that if you're conducting military operations in this area of the Gate network anyway, you might as well get yourself another trade partner in return for your efforts. Alright, that's it. Have a good one. Dal out.
You read my mind again. Am I so transparent? I hope you enjoyed it. It was a very long episode. I'm sorry for that. But we pretty much finished the Terran plot and Terran storyline, which means there is now only the split storyline left. And of course the leftovers of the Paranet and also the Yaki now. I will get through the remaining 2 Terran missions. Well, bringing them close to the end and then bring you back into it. And also start on cleaning out that Yaki sector. And we'll see some of it in our next episode. Have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.